All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today, our topic is very simple, but yet it's very confusing. Uh, and for sure, it's confusing for those who don't have knowledge. Before we start, please invite your friends, share the link on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you can, so we can get more people to be with us and to learn. And don't forget about to download the video after we finish broadcast. The God of Islam, his name supposedly is Allah. If we search trying to find out from the Muslims who is Allah, you will find the most funny, silly answers ever you can imagine. But we have to be honest here. Not only Muslims, they have silly answers. Sometimes even Christians have silly answers. Not only about Allah, even about if you ask them about Jesus. But the problem is, if somebody is a Christian and he don't know really much, that's because he is not educated. But in Islam, no Muslim knows who is Allah. And actually, the educated Muslim is more confused from the uneducated Muslim. So in Christianity, we might find somebody, like just yesterday we were talking about Jesus, and then some Christians, they say Jesus was a Jew. Oh, okay, well, he is your God or he's a Jew? No, he is his God and he is a Jew. So here is notice that this is a childish thinking. He is your God, he is the God of the Jews. He is born between the Jews. He is born from a woman, she is a Jew. But his existence have nothing to do with his birth. Before Abraham, I am. So we know the existence of Jesus. He said, I am the beginning, I am the end, I am the Alpha, I am the Omega. Still, you'll find some silly who do not know really who is Jesus, and they think he is just a Jew. He is the God of the Jews. He is the King of Kings. He is the beginning, he is the end. Everything was created by him and for him, which means the Jews are created for him. So how you say he is a Jew? So the problem is we have people who have a very naive thinking. It's like, you know, you ask a person, describe for me, did you go to the palace of let us say famous palace, let us say the most famous place, and he don't remember anything from the palace except the door. That's it. This is the whole palace. So human being, there's many of them, or let us say many of us, they are very surface thinking, especially when it's come to God, because thinking about it deeply, maybe it is tiring for some, so they are lazy even to think. When we speak about God and you claim that you believe in God, shouldn't you know even who's your God? As an example, if a Muslim says to me, well, how you believe that Jesus is God and yet he is a man? Well, God, he can be whatever he wish, and he is God because he is Almighty God. So if God cannot be man and cannot be God in the same time, that means he cannot be Almighty. So here you contradict the logic of calling God Almighty. So why you call him Almighty? Why you call him Almighty if he is limited? If he is limited in ability, if he is limited to be what he want to be or what he is. So are you going to be the one who decide what God can be? And this is here the problem with hold on. I don't know. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's it. Thank you, thank you. All right. Sorry for that, guys. I have a delivery from Gabriel. By the way, in Islam, there is no Gabriel, there's Jibril. Just in case you do not know, there is no Gabriel. There's Jibril, which means even the name is wrong. Now we go back to our topic. If we try to read articles about Allah, Allah God, to God Allah belong 99 names. Supposedly now the Muslim who made this article, he is telling us who is Allah, and now he gave us an answer. Allah have 99 names. What does this have to do with who is Allah? And if you read the names, you will see how funny, how silly they are. As an example, Allah is the proud. As an example, Allah is the believer. Allah believe in what? So when somebody speak about God and we ask him who is your God and he do not know, obviously he is very confused. He do not know. So why you are telling me Allah have 99? And by the way, why Allah have 99 names? Well, what does that mean? What is that exactly? And the funny, Muhammad he have 99 names and Allah has 99 names. How that could be? So you just made a man equal to your God. Both have names and actually they share the same names almost. And by the way, if we ask the Muslims where the 99 names is coming from, they will not be able to show us the 99 names in the Quran. And actually I challenge the Muslim to show us the 90 names of Allah from the Quran. They cannot find them. It's a fabrication. Muhammad he said it and the Muslims copy paste. And Muhammad always he say things which is false and Muslims they copy and nobody notice. And I will give you an example of false explanation for the Muslims about who is God. It is known the fact every language has one or more term that use reference to God and sometime to lesser deities. This is not the case with Allah. Allah is a personal name. Until now, by the way, he is being honest but not too much, which is a true God. That's it. This is the only true God. That's it. If you have different name, you are wrong. This is the wrong God. Okay. Nothing else can be called Allah. Nothing else. Nothing. The term has no plural or gender. This shows its uniqueness when compared with the word God, which can be plural gods or feminine God. By the way, this is false, because how you confirm there's no gender for it if this is not even an Arabic word? Where do you get this from that this is not without gender? And actually we can prove that this is have a gender. If we go in the Quran, we will find your God Allah saying the following. Your God Allah saying the following. Not my God, your God. And I challenge the Muslims to say that Allah has no gender, and we will see how that can be. When we speak about Allah, why the Muslim they keep saying he if Allah has no gender? If the word Allah has no gender, why they keep saying he, his, him? You know what I mean? You see, once a Muslim said to a Christian, why Jesus is a male, not a female? A Muslim asking question, why Jesus is male, not a female? So now the Muslim is trying to use his brain. Okay, why God, why Jesus is not a female? Let us say, why God don't have a daughter? Why he have a son of God? Well, why you don't ask yourself first, the God of Islam he reject to have daughters, and actually the Arab before Islam They worship the three daughters of Allah. So when you ask a Muslim, you as a Muslim, why Jesus was male, or he is a male, not a female, why you don't ask yourself why Allah get upset that the one who worship females is worshiping the Satan? It is your God who make a big issue about gender. Jesus coming as a male does not change the fact that still he is holy. He have no sex, he have no partners, he have no female partner. So being as a male will not change the fact that he is God in the same time. Additional to this, do Islam accept females to be a prophet? In the Bible we have women who they are prophets and judges. Prophets and judges. And you can go right now, search in Google, you will find many well-known names. In Islam we cannot find one person is considered to be a prophet and she is a female. And Allah believed that those who worship a deity which is a female deity, they are worshiping the devil. Allah have a complaint, and he said, do you take for yourself children's who they are male and for Allah is the female? So what Allah is a problem? Allah, he is complaining that the Arab, they gave him the daughters and they took the sons. Allah don't like that, and even he says this is for sure indeed unfair division. So if Allah not a male, why he is so much upset about the gender? If the God of Islam don't care about being male or female, why worshiping a female is an issue for Allah? And why he like to have a male? Even the angels, Allah he refused according to the Quran. And when I say Allah, that's me, Muhammad. He says that those who they are kuffar, the bad ones, is the one who give angels female names. So even if you give angels female names, you are a bad person, you are satanic. And not only that, is there any angels are females? Absolutely not. Chapter 17 verse number 40. Are you serious? You Arab, you believe there is angels who they are females? You are disgusting. That's what it says. So when a Muslim he speak about his God saying that Allah is a plural word, has no gender, that is a big fat lie, because every word in the Quran saying he. However, still we need to prove it more and make it more clear. Shall we make it more clear? Because a Muslim he might say, oh, this is not enough. So what if it says it is he? Not a big deal. Do you have a clear proof that Allah is a male God? For sure we have a clear proof. But are you willing to read it, Muslims? Are you willing to accept what is written in your books? Are you willing to be brave and to say that is a crazy? If we go in the Quran, and we have tons of verses in front of us, all the Quran speak clearly that Allah he reject females, he like males, and all his prophets are males, and all the angels are male. You remember when we showed you the verses saying that are you going to give names of females to the uh, to the angels, you must be a kafir. That's mean Allah, he is confirming that only all the angels he have, they are male. Otherwise, why he upset from giving names to the females? And why he's upset if you believe that an angel he is a female? Obviously, Allah is upset, for he rejects such an idea. This is a disgusting idea. For Allah. Do we have any Muslim in the text? Any Muslim making a challenge? Again, just to reminder, if there is any Muslim, he claimed that he is a sheikh or etc. If you have a Facebook page, post in your page that I challenge a Christian prince to debate me. We will check your Facebook if you are really a sheikh, not just a kid. You know, I just give us your Skype and I will call you immediately. But after you post in your Facebook, and we check that you are a legitimate person. And when we say legitimate, we mean, you know, not anyone claim to be okay, I want to debate Christian prince. Because we want people to have a benefit of a conversation. Conversation with kids is useless. Now, if we go in the Quran, we will find a clear verse saying that Allah is a male and he have a penis. How we can prove that? In chapter 21, verse number 17, and this is the Muslim translation, by the way. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just showing you whatever they have in their in the screen as it is. It says that if Allah wanted to have lahwan, and here in the English they said pastime. Lahwan in Arabic is a word mean a women, which is coming from the word fun. So if we want to take a woman as partner, we will take it from our kind. Now, if Allah is not male, why and how Allah will take a woman to be his partner? You know what I mean? Now, some Abdul, they might say to you, this guy is lying. There is nowhere in the Quran it says what he is saying. So what we will do now? As you know, we don't say things without giving reference and proving it to you. That will be not right. The Muslims accuse us to be lying even when we show it in the screen. So imagine if we don't show it. So chapter 21, verse number 17, we will go in front of you and we'll read the interpretation together. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan, owned by the corrupt king of Jordan, who claimed to be from the family of Muhammad. And this is the Muslims' interpretation, not mine. I have nothing to do with it. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain. Had we desired to find some diversion, that which provide diversion in the way of a partner or a child, we would have found it with ourselves from among read carefully with me. Among what? Among what, guys? Do you see it there? Do you see it? Among what? Among the beautiful eyed houris. Those are the females which Osama bin Laden and all the Mujahideen, Allah promised them to have bing bing bomb bomb with them. So if Allah is not a male, how Allah is going to have virgins who they are a human too in his bed if he desire? Do you understand? Do you understand, people? If Allah is not a male, not a female, as they claim, and they lie to us always, but yet all the Quran says it is he, it is he, it is to him, it is he. Why you don't say it is she? Okay, say sometimes she, say sometimes he. Or what about say he, she? Like Shamshi. This verse confirm that if Allah want to have a women for fun, for sex, lahwan. Now, by the way, we can show you from the Islamic interpretation that the word lahu mean women. We are not making things up. And I will change any Muslim to say this not doesn't mean. And even here, even your scholar says that if you want to take a partner or a child, which means if you want to have a wife or a girlfriend to do bang bang with her, to have a child, he will choose them from a what? And here we have a problem. Anyone notice what the problem? Additional to having sex with the beautiful eyed women. Anyone notice? Adjust the screen. Oh, you don't see it all? Okay, sorry. Better now? All right. So what is the other problem here in the screen you see with me? Somebody help me. Ourself, thank you. What's your name? Cruzito. Can't you make your name easier for me to read it, my friend? How Allah is one, and now Allah will have sex with ourself. As you see, when he said ourself, he said from among the beautiful eyed and the houris and the angels, which means it's possible for Allah to have sex with the angels. So Allah is a bisexual. The female are the beautiful eyed houris. The angels are males, and we showed you the verses from the Quran. You can't even give them names of females. So Allah saying, not me, if Allah wanna if somebody, he will if ourself, which mean himself. And then he explained what is ourself is. He says, the one I will if first, I will start with the beautiful eyed women or the angels. Any Muslim here can answer? You see, look at the Muslims in the chat. They are calling me names, but nobody can answer me. Call me all the names you want. I mean, here we go. This is your scholar. This is your Islamic website. It's not my website. So what we will do now? Huh? Any Muslim? The guy, his name is CP the liar, and Noah he drank in wine, and he was naked in his tent. So brother, I was naked yesterday too. I took a shower. I mean, this is how silly they are. They have no answer. We have God is going to F himself, and they are worried about Noah. Who is Noah? What is a big deal? You're a prophet. He was naked. Do you want to show you the hadith? You're a prophet. He ran to open the door to men, and he is totally naked. And you're a prophet was a drunken. And not only that, you Muslims, you pray and you are a drunk. And even the Quran registered that. And you're a prophet used to teach the Muslims how to make wine. But we don't want to change the topic, but just to, you know, just to spank you a little bit, you know, just for like a snack, you know, so you can get busy. Is that your Quran or this is my Quran? Who are they, the Abdul, who used to pray and they are drunk? Are you the Abdul? You are making fun of Noah, and he was a drunk. All of you Muslims were drunk in the mosque. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Rahim. Brother, why that thing is moving, brother? Brother, the Kaaba is not moving. It is the vodka, brother. It is the vodka. They arrested a woman in Saudi Arabia airport, and she have a bottle of whiskey with her black label. So the police, he said to her, aren't you ashamed of yourself in this age to bring whiskey with you to the city of Mecca? She said, my son, I'm very old. He said, what does have to do with drinking whiskey? She said, I cannot go around the Kaaba. I drink this whiskey, the Kaaba will go around me. That makes sense. So Abdul, don't talk about Noah was drunk. Your prophet is a drunk. You Muslims are a drunk, and your God himself is a drunk. Don't you see what he's saying? He's going to F himself. We go back to the topic. Here we notice that we have three problems. Problem number one, it is possible for Allah to have sex. Otherwise, it's going to be stupid to say, if we wish to have a partner for sex, we will take it from the women or the angels, but he cannot do it. So what do you mean, if we wish, if you cannot do it anyway? You know what I mean? If I say to you, if I want to buy, I will buy from this store. That's mean I am able to buy. Is that correct? Do you understand me, guys? Am I understood? If I say to you, if I drive a car, I like to drive four wheels drive. That's mean I can drive, right? So when I say if I want to have sex, that's mean I can have sex. Otherwise, why you are saying if I want to have sex? The screen is burly. The screen is not good, guys. Did you say the word al-wadud? You have to say the word al-wadud, 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 and then you might have heart attack. It's your internet, my friend. So when Allah he says ourselves, Allah destroy all the Muslims claim that Allah is one. If we go to the Muslim articles, they say to us right away, the oneness of Allah. I mean, they give you a headache with the oneness of Allah. Allah is one. Who care if Allah is one or four, Abdul? Who care? I mean, this is not my topic. Let us say Allah is 7. Let us say Allah is 20. The question is, he is 1 or 2 or 3, or he or is exist or not. If there is somebody he worship 10,000 gods and they are exist, it's mean he's right. What the numbers have to do with the proving anything? So the Muslim is so proud. We believe in the monotheism. You're right. Well, Shaitan, he believe his God, and there is many they worship him. Right now, there's a church in San Francisco, satanic church. It's called the Church of Satan. You will see them wearing blacks and putting rings in their noses and their ears, etc. They worship Satan. They believe he's the only God. Now here we go. This is monotheism. So what monotheism mean? So we ask you, who is your God? You say to me, Allah is monotheism. Well, nice to meet you, monotheism. Hey, monotheism, how are you? Well, monotheism, I am one too. I must be God. Trust me, I am not two. The only time I feel like I am two, you know, if I like go in the mall, you know, like you see there's many mirrors and windows, etc. So you see reflections, like suddenly I became many, and because I'm an Arab, I get scared sometimes. So they keep repeating for us, our God is one. So, but you do not know who is your God. Who is the Muslim? He have the courage and the knowledge between all those who are playing in their noses, trying to find some boogers to throw at me. Who can answer us how Allah he says ourself, and he is talking here about taking partners? When we ask Muslims about we, they say we, it's a majestic, like a king. He says we. So Allah copying the kings? That's funny. So he's not we, but he call himself we. So why sometimes he say he, and why say he sometimes he say I? Why you don't always say we? We. So Allah, when Allah he say we, he don't mean that he is many. It is he is one. Ah, okay. But when Allah he says ourself, he mean what? Any Muslim can tell me? When Allah he say ourself and he's speaking about having sex with the partner, are you insisting Muslims that ourself mean Allah will have sex with himself? Anyone remember how shaitan have sex in Islam? Anyone who remember how shaitan have sex in Islam with himself? Anyone remember? I don't want to draw here, but it's okay. I mean, we will try not to make it too much. According to the Muhammad and not to me, Allah created shaitan. This is shaitan. Okay, this is shaitan. Let us make him handsome. Handsome shaitan. Okay, this is shaitan. Very handsome. This is his nose. I saw him in the circus last time, you know. And then suddenly, this is his body. Okay, and those are his legs. Okay, now we are going to go to suspense and action. The Muslims, they were wondering how the shaitan, how Allah he says, are you going to worship shaitan and his kids? But Allah he kicked only one shaitan from heaven, so how he have kids? He did not kill a female with him. So they come with an idea, or Muhammad inspired them, that Allah he have a penis in the right leg. This is his penis, and he have a vagina in the left leg. So when shaitan wanna have sex, he shake his legs and he if this with that. Alhamdulillah. Now we found the reason how shaitan have babies. And then shaitan, after he shake his legs and do bing bing to himself, then he lay down 10 eggs. 10 eggs. Not 9 or 99 like Allah. No, they are 10, brother. 10 eggs. Now from every egg, how many shaitan they will be born? Anyone remember? Anyone remember? Nobody remember? How many shaitan they are going to come from each egg? 70. Thank you. 70 egg. So now, okay, let us calculate our numbers. Shaitan he lay 10 eggs. From every eggs we have 70. But here is the beauty. The 70 babies are not all male. They are male and female shaitan. So only the first shaitan he was male and female in the same time. So 70 x 10. What is the total? 700 beautiful, cute Satan male and female are born from the first day. And every day, not every month, this is every day, shaitan he if himself by shaking his legs. Until now nothing changed because he don't have a wife still. So Allah, you know, I mean, he is the all-wise. He taught us how shaitan he did if himself. Now we go back to Allah. When Allah he says, if I want to have sex, I will have sex with ourselves. Is Allah going to do what shaitan did? Or he is going to sleep with the beautiful eyed women as you see here in the screen? The Muslims opinion is Allah will not if himself. He is going to do boom boom. I learned this word when I was in Asia. A woman, she said to me, sir, do you want to do boom boom? I said, what is that? Bing bong? So Allah want to do boom boom ourself, and then we find that ourself is women. So how Allah is God, but yet He is ourself is a human? Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? Hmm? If Allah is not a man, Allah is not a human, how the partner is a human, and how He called a human ourselves? Getting my point? Any Muslim have an answer additional to throwing boogers at me? By the way, the Prophet, he used to clean the boogers from the wall of the Kaaba. I can show you the reference. I mean, this is how decent the Muslims are around the Prophet, putting their boogers in the wall of the Kaaba. You today, you lick it and you kiss it, and they used to put their boogers in it. And this is why there's a like a singer, she used to sing, I can boogie boogie boogie. This is like a Kaaba booger, like booger booger. So what is the answer? Anyone knows? What is the answer? Additional to calling me names. Hmm? And the Muslim, they say that we never desire. By the way, it doesn't say that. Nowhere it says, and we never desire. This is like, this is in the interpretation. But in Arabic, it doesn't say we never desire. It says if we are going to do. Nowhere it says, and we don't desire. In kunna fa'ilin. If we are going to do so. So after speaking all this time about Allah, do we understand who's Allah? No. All what we know, that Allah's sexual appetite is not working these days. If He desire to if, He will if the black-eyed women. Look at this here. Allah, He says to us that those women, nobody touched them, but the fact He might, because remember, this is a verse Allah, He said 1400 years ago, maybe a week after He got horny. And how Allah and Shabir Ali, they can if the same women. To make it simple for you, as long the target is the beautiful eyed virgins, which I suspect very much they are virgins. So if this is Shabir Ali, this is brother Shabir Ali, this is Shabir Ali here. This is his beard. And this is number 19. Because wherever he go, he keep talking about number 19, number 19. Like this is what he have in his hat. So this is brother Shabir Ali. And this is his beard, which is very beautiful and very zigzag. I wish I have a beard like this beard. All right. Shabir Ali, when he go to heaven, brother, he will have the same virgins as Allah. So Allah and Shabir Ali, they have one partner. It's a beautiful, sexy, 1 mile ass female. By the way, I explained to you before why Muhammad, he said that their ass will be 1 mile. Anyone remember? Anyone remember why Muhammad, he told them, I will give you 1 mile ass females? the Arab, they like big women. I told you, like when I was a kid, there is a song. I did not understand really what it's mean. You know, I mean, like because it says that she is so beautiful to the point the camel could not carry her. And I was wondering what the beauty have to do with the camel carrying her. But later, when I start studying and researching, I found that the Arab in the old days believe that if a woman she is big, huge, that means she is healthy and she is good in bed and she will give you a lot of babies. So the bigger, the better. So Muhammad, he knew what the Arab like. So he promised them that you will have a woman, her ass is 1 mile. And by the way, I am complaining still because why 1 mile? I mean, why you don't make it 2 miles? I mean, what are you losing? I mean, what's wrong with this God? Why you are cheap, man? Make it 2 miles. What about 65 mile? I saw a TV in the other day, 65-inch. I would love to have a wife. She have 65 mile bum. And don't ask me what I'm going to buy panties for her. She will be naked anyway. In America, it's called big love. What big love? What if you are small? You know, what if you are 5 foot and your wife ass alone is 1 mile and she decide to sit in your lap? What will happen to you, cockroach? She will say to you, honey, where are you? Honey, where are you? And you say, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Yeah. We will see you in the graveyard, brother. Back to the topic. So who is the Muslims from those who they are in the bushes want to tell us why Allah is saying if you want to have sex, we will have sex with ourselves from the beautiful eyed women? Any Muslim? Any Abdul want to say something? You keep lying to us saying ourself mean His Majesty, ourself Allah is one. Here we go. Allah is one, but He called Himself ourself. And when He speak about ourself, He mean effing somebody from His kind. Correct, guys? Because when I say from ourself, that's mean from our kind. If I say myself, that's mean from me. As simple as that. Ourself, it's mean it's not one. We are many, but all of us from the same kind. Self. If you don't understand English, Abdul, go and translate the word ourselves. What does that mean? So who is the Muslim? Who is the beautiful Muslim? Cute Muslim would give us the answer.